What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. So the 2023 Flex Pro weekend is officially in the history books, and Nathan DeAsha has been crowned the overall champion, which puts him at a grand total of 10 pro show wins in his professional career. With the odds stacked against him, in a huge upset, Nathan DeAsha takes home the Flex Pro weekend first place trophy, the check for $10,000, and he's going back to the Olympia. We had Regan Grimes in a shocking second place. We had Roman Fritz taking third place in this lineup, and we had Xiuming Yan taking fourth place over Blessing Iwodabu, who ended up in fifth place in this lineup. Now look, we have a lot to talk about in this video, you guys, and this show went by very quickly. I think there was only a little over an hour between prejudging and finals, so the comparisons were very similar, but during the prejudging, they brought out Nathan, Regan, Roman, and Blessing for the first callout. Xiuming Yan was kept in the middle of the second callout, but after the judges cycled through all of the callouts, they circled back and they did a callout with Roman, Xiuming Yan, and Blessing, which was the battle for third to fifth place. There was a final callout between Regan and Nathan, and they only brought out the top 5 for the finals, where again they had Roman, Xiuming Yan, and Blessing in one callout, and then Regan and Nathan in another top 2 comparison. So like I said, the first callout consisted of Regan, Nathan, Roman, and Blessing. They did keep Regan and Nathan in the center for the entire first callout, and Regan did look the biggest in this lineup. I think overall Regan did take the front shots, but I think Nathan did look harder from the side, and Blessing was showing a lot of detail from the side as well. Actually, you know what? Roman looked good from the side too. When it came to the back, I think this was kind of an interesting comparison, because on the one hand, you have Regan. He's very symmetrical, he's got good balance, he's got good lat width, but on the other hand, you have guys like Nathan and Blessing, who look like they have just more pop to the muscle and more depth to the back overall. But the shape, balance, and flow of Regan, I think, is worth a lot when compared to the other 3 in this lineup. Overall, it was a really great first callout. Everyone was definitely in shape and did come in to do battle, but I really did have Regan ahead after the first callout. I thought that his overall shape, symmetry, and flow was going to be worth more than the real pop to the muscle that you saw from Nathan and Blessing. So when the judges circled back to Roman, Blessing, and Xiuming Yan, the battle for third through fifth was a very close battle, I think. Roman and Blessing, I think, were very comparable, but Xiuming Yan had, at least I think, comparable conditioning, and he did have the superior shape from the front and from the side. Although his back is improved, I still think he needs to bring it up to really nail that symmetry, but he definitely pushed these guys. Roman and Blessing did have overall more muscle mass as well, but the symmetry and flow of Xiuming Yan really put him up and over the top of Blessing in these placings. I understand Roman taking third in this lineup as well. He did have superior conditioning, and he does have good symmetry and flow, so I do think that the judges got third to fifth correct, and it seems like Blessing still has some work to do before he'll be back on that Olympia stage. But he was notably better in Italy than he was in Chicago, that is for sure. I do think Xiuming Yan still has a ton of room to improve, and this was a well-deserved fourth place. Now, there was a final battle between Regan and Nathan for the top 2 callout, and these guys really both came out fired up to start hitting some shots. And I don't think this was a runaway for either Nathan or Regan. Although Nathan did look overall harder, Regan did look more overall shapely. Nathan does have a great looking X-frame from the back, I will say that, and it was close in the front shots, but in my opinion, Regan's overall taper is more aesthetically pleasing than Nathan's in just about every shot. And I think Nathan would have to be a good amount bigger than Regan in order to really make up for where he lacks in structure. But without a doubt, Nathan was conditioned here, and he was hard as nails. Like I said, he had more pop to the muscle than Regan did, and he was the hardest guy in the lineup. I think ultimately, that's what got the show for Nathan in this lineup, because if Regan had shown up bursting full, which I do think he could have been fuller, or maybe he spilled over slightly, I'm not really sure, this could have been a very different outcome. But I did think that Regan was still taking home the win here, I really did. I was a bit shocked, to be honest with you, when they called out Regan in second place. Now, of course, I wasn't actually at the show, you guys. I'm going by the live stream and some of the pictures I've seen. But I do want to say one thing. Regan was taking an incredibly long time to get into the poses. I think he may have been the first into maybe the most muscular in the top 2 callout. And look, I understand that Regan wants to present his physique in a certain manner, but I highly doubt that the judges care for the overwhelming dramatic effect that he tried to put out there that really results in the other competitors being in the pose 3 to 5 seconds longer than you are. And you guys, that time adds up. In fact, that could have cost Regan on the judges' scorecards. So you guys, this was a very exciting show with what I think was an unexpected champion in the eyes of many bodybuilding fans. Most people had Regan winning this show by a long shot going into it. But that's one thing that really makes bodybuilding exciting. This was an exciting show. And for the record, I did predict the top 5 correctly. Not in the exact placings, but I did predict the top 5, so that was cool. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Did you have Regan or Nathan winning this show? Let me know what you think about Blessing Iwodebu taking 5th place in this lineup. And let me know what you think the future holds for Xiuming Yan. So Nathan took to his Instagram shortly after his victory, and he had a few choice words for anyone that still had any doubt in their mind that he no longer has the ability to come in and win pro shows. And you guys, I don't have a lot to say about this clip. I'm just going to run it for you guys here. Check it out.
So the show's over. All them people chatting. I was too small. I weren't in shape. Look now, bitches. Fucking look now. You know who you are. Maybe you're a coach out there seeing you, commenting on buys and tries on this page, on that page, and bodybuilding forums. I see it all. But now, look who's laughing now. Bodybuilding about condition and size and symmetry. Yeah, not just size. Remember that. Work hard, diet hard. That's what it's about. So I'll just leave it there. No one outsides me, bitches. No one. You know when you diet hard, you go small, you get flat, you get soft. But then when you carb up, another thing. Stefan knew what he was doing. We both knew what we were doing. So I'm not going to rant on about it, but I told you I'll be watching. Keep your eyes open, because I was ready. Let you all talk his shit, but the talking happened on stage, and we did it. First place, bitches.
So that's it, you guys. Nathan DeAsha takes home the victory, and we'll see Regan and Nathan square off again next weekend at the Europa Pro. Roman Fritz is actually going to do that show again as well. So you guys, get ready for the rematch, because I think Regan is going to go back to Milos and tell him to pull out all the stops to come out with the victory at the Europa. It's not over yet, and the Europa Pro just got a lot more interesting. But that's it for me in this video, you guys. Stay tuned for coverage of the Europa Pro next weekend. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.